Good morning, everyone. Another blessed day it is. Why? Because my 12 daughters of Zion and GoFundMe are being acknowledged. They know the truth. This is a very special talk. Children, do not be in the room and listen to your great crazy uncle here. Dr. Rocco, you love power so much you turned down the Nobel Peace Prize. You're so arrogant that you refuse to listen to a man who quietly said, I did this as a child. They called me the albino Jew. I know what this is. And that was very good science I brought you, sir. You are so arrogant. Please, everyone, open up that file. Everything's there and there's more to it. This is laid out. Rocco, no one was supposed to know I'm here. Now everyone knows. You turned me into a freak show. I got DNA that's descendants of Zeus. It's real, my brothers and sisters. I'm that creepy and I hate it. Rocco, I was supposed to be just that allergic guy. Because you're so arrogant and love power so much, it's now known that I'm here. Why is it known that I'm here, Rocco? You. Dr. Bonisteros, you played the god on me. Didn't I say that? I got that creepy DNA. Didn't I say to you very nicely? It's very bad that you're using those words. I'm someone of my heritage and belief. Those are my 12 daughters of Zion, and you destroyed them. Mother Earth is gone, destroyed. We're all God's children, made in God's image. So every child that you disrespected, sir, you disrespected the Lord. And because I have to tell you straight out who and what I am now, 12 times. 12 times. I died 4 times. My family's been after the plague of the boils for 6,000 years. It sounds like radiation sickness for a reason because it has something to do with it. That's why it cycles every 50 years. And if you would have opened your damn eyes, my man, because you couldn't believe what was being told by a man speaking like Porky Pig. It was tattooed on me for a reason. Please tell the world how you shook a sick man violently and nearly threw me on the floor and said, I give out the diagnoses around here. I've been diagnosed my whole life. How you diagnose Hashimoto's, my childhood's in there. That's how you diagnose it. You didn't listen because of your own arrogance and love of power. So instead, I'll go get the Peace Prize for humanitarian efforts. And you tell the world why you love power so much that you're known as Dr. Denial Care. Ooh, Dr. Rocco's going to love you. Remember any of this, my good brother? Dr. Raza, do you remember throwing my notebook on the floor and saying it's impossible for someone to know that much about you? Dr. Fernandez, I said they should take your baby away from you for how you're talking to me. Any of this sound familiar? I am angry because I have to do this now. No one's supposed to know I was here. My family, I said my family's good at this for a reason, dumbass. I apologize to all of you for having to hear this because it's true. That's why I'm reading the Bible. Because the answer is in the Bible. Who was supposed to be reading that? Somebody dropped the ball. Too busy playing dress up and telling stories. Now I know why priests pass out when they see me. I'm not the Antichrist guy. I don't want to change how you pray. I want to pray with you. I want to pray to our amazing Lord and Savior with you, however way you want to do it. Didn't you guys listen to me? You didn't use your own words, your own arrogance, all of you. And Nurse Giselle, you look like you had a rougher night than me when you Thorazine my food, Nurse Giselle. Tell the world why you Thorazine my food. You want to tell the world why you look like you went 12 rounds? What, my daughter? Because I know she came to you while I was in my sleep and your sleep. You don't do that to another human being, any of you. No one wants to see what I've seen in my eyes. 12 times. I died 4 times. Guess what? I'm finally dying because I found the answer. I get to go home finally. I'm done. You failed, Rocco. You failed the human race by your own arrogance and love of power. Nobody doing anything about it and having any accountability. Love of power. We don't know what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. My humanitarian effort shall set up and get the science back that you took from the world, Dr. Rocco. Didn't I tell you to get out of Dr. Mengele's books? Didn't I ask you your SAT scores over under for a reason? You ever wonder why I know more than you, my brother? I told you I lived my whole life with albinism. You sick bastard, you wanted to see my unique brain? I've seen your drooling success stories, store. No, thank you. I take 0 meds. Why? I told you I have a very unique immune system. Now you know why the cops were looking for me after I went through the windshield and I was sitting there having a nice cool beverage. I had a little headache though. 12 times. I died 4 times. All because this man, arrogance and love of power. Everybody listen to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Oh my God, it's the beginning of the Bible. It's what's happened here. It's almost the Tower of Babel. Hey, Surf Pro, can you make that like it never happened? I'm as honest as can be. I want to know what was said to Dr. Hershkowitz that he came back to me shaking, saying, I can't help you, and you allowed to torture me for another week. Why armed men were holding me and forcing needles into me? Because of your love of power, Rocco. And since we're all the Lord's children, whether you got some kooky DNA or not, because we are Lord's children and made in the image of the Lord, you mocked and tortured the Lord. Every single one of them. Dr. Denial Care. No opioid crisis. Stop jacking up our mommies. You're giving the babies a taste while they're in mommy's belly. Someone want to tell me I'm wrong? After what I've seen and how creepy I've become, you turned me into a freak show, Rocco. I'm done. I'm angry for many reasons. I know why I'm not supposed to be angry. Brothers and sisters, keep it in this book. The answer to the plague has been in here. COVID is the modern version of the plague of the boils. Look how I treated mine. Look what you even wrote I had boils, you bum. Anybody want to be mad at anyone? Never be mad at me. Be mad at the man who loves power so much that he was handed the Nobel Peace Prize for medicine. And he was so arrogant. Dude, I'm an albino. Either you're a sick bastard, which I know you are, or you just love power that much. You love the control. You love playing God on other human beings. You can't do that. Who's keeping the rules? Exactly. A descendant of Zeus is here. That's bad. Why do you think I'm looking for my brother Moses? Why do you think the Muslims are the ones holding up the Jew boy? Because we both want the same thing. We want our utopia back. Guys, you really screwed up. This was heaven. Why do you think everybody was made in God's image? We were all gods. If we're all made in God's image, we're supposed to teach each other like gods and goddesses. All because of Rocco's love of power, your ego, sir. Please tell the world why you turned down the Nobel Peace Prize and you'd rather assault someone. That is the last time I will ever speak about this in that manner again. Why am I speaking like this in that manner? My Lord told me to do so, and my Lord is your Lord. Interesting. God bless all of you. Not my fault. I'm trying to save you because of that man. Hackensack Meridian, you better take a look at all that stuff they put in infectious disease, and I got more. Tell me why this man turned it down, everything. Childhood pediatrician, everything. All you had to do was write the thesis, you bum. Instead, they know the albino Jews on the planet and a descendant of Zeus. That's why the priests are passing out, because if I'm a descendant of Zeus, I'm supposedly mad at them. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm mad at the person who's supposed to be reading the rules and keeping it. 4 times I kicked the shit out of the 7 horsemen. I'm never doing that again, because I'm doing this now. And the Lord told me, well, I'm done. I get to go home. I'm finally dying a nice natural death. Thank heaven. And I can't wait to go home and see my girls and more. There's some things out there people don't want to know about. There's always someone around. It's a pandemic. That's the modern version of the plague of the boils. It has something to do with radiation that activates this. It's there in history. Follow it every 50 years back. Follow my great-great-grandfather. Damn it. That was the Revolutionary War. He was the great white Jew from the north, 1757. I told you that, Rocco. I gave you enough information for you to say, damn, I'm about to win the Nobel Peace Prize for medicine. No, you shook me violently and nearly threw me on the floor and said I give out the diagnosis around here. No more tattooing, no nothing. You brought on the apocalypse as far as I'm concerned, and I read the Bible now again. I was bar mitzvahed 12 times, and I died 4 times in 60 years. And I hand you the Nobel Peace Prize for medicine. Hackensack Meridian, not your fault. That's why I have the GoFundMe. We call that the Jewish Guilt Fund, my good brothers and sisters. That's the Jewish Guilt Fund. Why? Because it's going to our mother that you desecrated. That's why Mother Earth, that's her fund. She's a Jewish mother. She's putting out Jewish guilt. You feel a little guilty, maybe? GoFundMe. My 12 Daughters of Zion for genetic research and human sciences, because no 2 humans are alike. Somebody's owing me some money. I'm homeless because of you, Rocco. My baby clothes my parents brought me home from the hospital with, including my little yarmulke, went in the landfill. You know what happened when that went in the landfill? You killed me off. You took my identity away. David Waterman no longer existed. We got to this point because of your arrogance and everybody else not having accountability. I'm not suing anyone ever. I told you that on your TV screen, doctor. And what did you say to me, doctor, when you said, I'm sorry, I don't understand this. We need a scientist. I told you I did it as a child. Why didn't someone do something then when the security guards were buying me food? 3 weeks, my brothers. I lived my own personal Holocaust. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon is like listening to the Bible. And what's the root of all evil today? Money. But I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. There's a reason why I saw the Presque Isle eclipse. I saw an eclipse in 73. I'd run it back with the 6,000 years my family's been chasing this and finally gave you the answer. We're good at it for a reason. We're watermen, purveyors of clean drinking water. Why? We're that damn allergic. We could spot the arsenic in British water a mile away. Didn't you listen, Rocco? Are you just that in love with yourself, sir? Did you want to play with an albino's brain? Or you just loved your power playing God? You're not God, Rocco. If I'm a descendant of Zeus, I will never say that. They sent me back because David Waterman died. Period. Twice since I've met you, sir. Neat trick, huh? Ask the horseman what happens when a descendant of Zeus comes in there. It's not pretty. I raised Cain and Abel and more. Where's my brother Moses? Is that why you Catholics are scared? No, we're going to pray together so that Dr. Rocco doesn't happen again. I'll go and get the Peace Prize myself for humanitarian efforts. No one get upset. This is between me and this arrogant you-know-what. You sick bastard. You couldn't listen. Honestly, I'm frustrated. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I have nothing because of you, Rocco. Someone's selling me a couple of bucks so I can, eat today, maybe. Please put it in the bank account because if the cash is on me, I go to walk into a store, I give it to someone else because they can benefit more than me. The homelessness, the despair. It's a repeat exactly of it. It's the same virus. It just mutates and it loves chemicals. Didn't listen. Everyone, God bless you. I'm sorry anybody other than Rocco had to listen to that. State of New Jersey, same with you. Cory Booker, please give me a call, my brother. I do love you. And you should have met me over there like an OG should over by Ed's Hot Dogs. I'm handed you guys the Nobel Peace Prize for Science. Now I'm going to get one for humanitarian efforts. Damn it. Thank you, Rocco. You turned me into a freak show. You turned the Lord into a freak show. You don't want me to be creepy. Creepy's bad. Creepy no good. My righteous brothers, let's all pray to our wall because we have the same goal here. We're trying to make these morons realize this was heaven. This was heaven. It truly was. Like I told my brother Jay, I got this goiter. It's really bizarre. That's why I don't have holes in my hands. Little insurance policy. You kill me, I come back. Why? Because you can't kill me because then you get the asteroid. Guys, you read your own book, you know what the asteroid's tied to. There's a couple of ways of doing this. I think the best way is we do it by unity and brotherhood, and then we never have to discuss what that is. Look at my eyes, people. They don't work like they used to. It's because of this. It puts pressure on a big set of nerves, known as the vagus nerve. I told the doctor, you look in my left eye, you can see the injury. He looked in there and went, yeah. I'd like to thank Hackensack Meridian. Hey, you the Nobel Peace Prize. You mocked and ridiculed me. Check your infectious disease. God bless you, Dr. Sato. I had to explain it to you and you didn't understand. Hope Tower, when it was being built, I used to be an inspector in that town. Sheldon, remember the guy who used to make the wild eggnog? And Noel asked you which one of these guys you don't want to take a swing at? You were right. It only does make me mad. But when that was being discussed, the electrical inspector, I wish I remember your name, brother, but I do remember Rusty with his catcher's mitt hands. Ooh, you're a big man, my brother. You're also part of my brotherhood. God bless you. Tell. What did he say when designing it? Remember this guy's sensitivity. It's a hospital. Sick people are going there. You got to move air. Indoor air pollution. Yeah, prevalence for multiple chemical sensitivity. My childhood is found there for a reason, brothers and sisters. So please, tell me why you people spoke that way to him, and you threw my labs on the floor, Raza? That was science, my good brother. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm mad at Rocco. I'm mad at all of you for doing nothing. You're just as guilty as him. I should have came out of the hospital to a slew of attorneys and shit trying to get to work. I repeat, I am never suing anyone. It's not what it's about. Jewish mother's guilt. My 12 daughters of Zion. GoFundMe. Human sciences and research will show the world why Dr. Rocco threw away the Nobel Peace Prize for medicine because of his ego. Damn it! I could have just been Dave, that allergic guy still. No one was supposed to know I'm here, my brother, because they know I'm here. You brought on the apocalypse, dumbass. because you love a power. You play God. What did I say? When somebody plays both the Lord and the devil, you go down and you kick the horseman's ass because they're the ones protecting that. The devil brought me to Jesus again. Does any of this make sense to you people? We all failed. The human race failed. COVID was a little gift from the Lord. And I actually had experience with it. Every medical treatment you gave people, until I saw you give my lady friend tetracycline and amoxicillin. So please, Dr. Bogdaneros, why'd you kill Claire with Kevorkian's cocktail? Claire's law will be made because of you, Dr. Bogdaneros. The 12 Daughters of Zion is going to become the medical oversight because that's what the goddesses do. What do people like me do? We're protectors of women and children. I want to protect all the Lord's children from the love of power. God bless you. I'm sorry the world had to hear this. But the Lord told me, you got to tell them the truth, the rest of it. You're a sick bastard, Rocco. Every person I reached out for help and did nothing is as guilty as Rocco. I don't care who did what, but if you did it because of Rocco, you're responsible for your own behavior, people. The Lord will judge you when you get there. I don't see you as one of the apostles, Dr. DePaulo. You tried to kill me. You tried to kill a descendant of Zeus? My DNA is that creepy. I tattooed this on me. It was the same mechanism that Walt was looking to make utopia. It's there. People, read your own stuff. You had to kill me and bring me back from the dead twice in the last 4 years to make you read your own stuff. The answer to COVID's in the Bible. When I continue, I'm going to go with the Tower of Babel. Servpro, can we see if we can make it like it never happened? Because we need to make it like it never happened, Servpro. Isn't that your job? That's what you do. You clean up things and fix it. I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated. I don't sleep. I do not eat. I do not have a roof over my head consistently. I do not have food. If anyone can be kind enough to Zelle me a few dollars so maybe I can provide for myself because this roof is gone. I'm doing this from a Walmart parking lot, my brothers. And I'm going to keep doing it. Why? The love of God's children. That's all. The love of the Lord. I didn't want to have to do this, dumbass. I just wanted to be Dave, that allergic guy again. God bless all of you. I'm sorry I had to tell you the ugly truth. Hackensack Meridian, you read that stuff. I had to explain that to your doctor. And I survived the child's vaccine injury, which became pussy. And we treated it with a compress made with dates and figs, enzymes and proteins, viral, food, all the same. Body doesn't know which one's which. It's a protein. Think about, my good brothers and sisters, how much of that sounds like a little radiation sickness, my good brothers and sisters. Rocco, congratulations. You made the plague of the boils happen. God bless you.